As much as I typically enjoy beginning off the streams with joviality, there are obviously graver matters to discuss right now. So that is what we are going to discuss. First of all, I would like to offer my solidarity and support to any of those who are feeling especially discouraged after this shooting. The attack was targeted against Muslims, but in truth, many of us are affected by this. Many of us are tangentially the victims of violence of far-right groups, much as it has been said in the past that the bondage and servitude of one of us constitutes a lack of freedom for all of us. So too does the threat of violence against one constituent demographic constitute a threat of violence against us all. Make no mistake, reactionaries dunk on Muslims now. They sure do. And transgender people and such, immigrants, at least in America. But their ideology will invariably lead to the extermination or deportation, or at very least the disempowerment of many people. Muslim comrades may be at the front line, so to speak, of this violence, but they are by no means the sole victims of it. And it is for that reason, if for no other, that we must stand in solidarity with them and their suffering. We must also stand in solidarity with me specifically, because after a particularly fun Dungeons and Dragons session last night, I got high as balls and ate a lot of food, some of which was Taco Bell. Their shredded chicken quesadillas are filled with something I can only describe as a pureed cheese slurry. And I woke up this morning with nausea that could compel a blue whale to violently expel plankton from both ends. So I took some Tums, and we will see how that goes. Now, before we move forward into the opening topic of today's stream, you can probably guess what it's going to be. Please forgive my wet hair, just out of the shower. Before we move on fully, I would like to discuss some facts with all of you. Like Destiny Little Steve the Second Benelli, I do not believe there is much value in speculation about an event on which there is an ongoing investigation. It is probably in my best interest, as someone who would like to be a public figure one day, that I not open myself up to embarrassment by speculating on events that are no more than, at this point, 14 hours old and are still under investigation by professionals. But there are some facts that we can discuss presently. The perpetrator of these attacks was a far-right reactionary who was radicalized by many of the same figures we like to dunk on here in this stream. He was affected particularly hard by the, among other things, argument that white people were being bred out of society, that Muslims were responsible for a cultural influx into white nations, and that a violent uprising against their incursion is the only way to ensure white cultural hegemony against their alleged incursion. We know a great many people died. We know he targeted a mosque, and there is a possibility he was working in tandem with others. We also know his radicalization was in at least some part tied to 8chan, 4chan, Poll, and other such degenerate breeding grounds. Now, those are the facts we have at hand at this moment. There are some things which are not facts, of which I am extremely confident. I am extremely confident that this person was, at least in all practical senses, a Nazi, that his radicalization was a product almost exclusively of reactionary online figures, and that the existence of this person and the fact that his radicalization was brought about by those figures is a further argument, not only that reactionary politics in itself, in its mode of existence, is a threat to the existence of minorities, but that just memeing is not, and never has been, an excuse. There is no difference between ironically memeing a Nazi and being a Nazi anymore. Irony is dead. These things do not matter. It is irrelevant. Whether or not you are what you pretend to be, you have the social consequences of what you pretend to be. If I told you right now, or actually, if I told you 10 years in the future that all of this, me being a leftist, an anarcho-syndicalist, all of this, was in fact a ruse, I was capitalizing on a trend, it was for money, and I have been a centrist this entire time, that may be, I think, somewhat legitimately disappointing for some of you, but it would not change the material consequences that I have had on society up until that point. There are still people who would have been radicalized by my speech. There are still people who would have been convinced by my words. There is no difference between an ironic Nazi and a real Nazi. Irony is in many cases a product of satire, and satire exists to, in essence, criticize through mimicry. When people act like Nazis online, when they meme it up on poll, they are not satirizing Nazism. They are not criticizing white nationalism through mimicry. They are simply mimicking it. This is not satire, and it is not irony. It is cowardice. I stand by all of the things that I have said, and all of the things that I have done, unironically, and without satire, because I am sincere in my beliefs. And that is the difference between me and a 4chan reactionary. There are other differences. I am very well endowed. That's one. Now, being as I am concerned most with the ways in which we can stop this from happening in the future, I would like to take a look at right-wing reactionary violence in a broader sense, and the factors which motivate it. Now, somebody just asked in chat, what's your take on people saying things like, don't share the killer's name, video, etc.? Nobody ever says that when a Muslim commits a terror attack. Incredibly, if the name of the person who commits this violence is Ben Alab Ashid or Muhammad bin Aqaid, nobody says don't share the name. Nobody, not a single person who is politically relevant online, does not hear about a shooting and then cross their fingers hoping it was perpetuated by the other side. Every single time I do it, too. When I heard there was the shooting, the very first thing that I thought in my head was, Jesus Christ, let it be a Nazi. And the reason for that is, of course, because the consequences of an act of terrorism extend very well beyond the people who are killed. Now, if a left-wing act of violence is committed, I can expect the victims to be, I don't know, police officers or a federal building or, I don't know, white people. And the deaths of these people would probably make me a little less upset than the deaths of the people who were a victim in this instance. So in terms of the targets being affected, I lose out by the shooter having been a Nazi. So why do I cross my fingers? Why do we all cross our fingers? The reason why we cross our fingers is because the social consequences, the ramifications of an act of violence, of propaganda of the deed, as some smarty pants big brains might say, these consequences extend very far beyond the deaths of those immediately affected by this terrorist attack. The broader consequences, of course, allow us to examine the causes behind the radicalization which led to the shooting, and it allows us to take a more critical lens of analysis to those whose words may have played a part in the radicalization of that terrorist. People like Candace Owens, people like Lauren Southern, people like Ben Shapiro, people like Stefan Molyneux, people like PewDiePie. It is in the interest of these people to make sure that the killer's name is not shared, their white name, that the manifesto is not shared, and the information within it, that their motives not be shared, because it looks bad for them. Of course, I would not do this in the reciprocal. If there was a left-wing act of violence, I would not advocate for this person's manifesto to be covered up. Even if it makes me and my ideology look bad, I invite scrutiny. They do not, because it is impossible to look at the deeds of these right-wing reactionary terrorists and not see the direct correlation between their motivations and the rhetoric of online reactionaries, like your Ben Shapiro, Stefan Molyneux, Candace Owens, Lauren Southern, PewDiePie, etc., etc. Now, I've been going off. I've been talking about some disparate issues here. So let's focus in a little bit on a specific topic. We know conservatives, reactionaries, and right-wing individuals commit more violence systemically, at least on a individual terroristic level, than any other demographic, far more so, at least in America, than Islamic terror or left-wing terror or, God help us, centrist terror. We have right-wing terror, which trumps all of it, stands quite above everyone else. The reasons for this, many and varied, partly because fascism is a death cult, which encourages absolute sublimation of the individual will to the cause of the state, the nation, the blood. Part of it is because reactionaries are fucking losers who have nothing to live for and would rather go out in a blaze of glory than spend their life patiently and methodically advocating for the causes they support. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that right-wing reactionaries, for some reason, are able to get away with dog-whistling reactionary or fascist propaganda on major media outlets without getting any kind of serious retribution for it, any serious scrutiny. If I engaged in the left-wing reciprocal of the kind of shit Stefan Molyneux or Lauren Southern was saying on Twitter, I would be banned. Because the equivalent of what they were saying is me constantly, very unsubtly, dog-whistling an advocacy for slaughtering police officers and CEOs and what have you. Not that I would ever say something like that. Now, I want to talk to you about these reactionaries, the people online who radicalized this shooter, and let's see how close we can get to the TOS with this one. Have you ever been accused of something you never said? Yeah, all the time, of course. Plenty of words have been put in my mouth. People accuse me of being tanky all the time, for example, which I'm absolutely not. That always frustrates me. Now listen, The first tweet that I would like to look at, I can probably find this just by Googling. That is... Okay. This is the first thing that I would like to take a look at from Ben Shapiro. This is a very widely distributed tweet. Over 100,000 likes. From a reactionary at that. A little bit strange that we're seeing this kind of exposure given to a right-wing reactionary immediately after shooting was committed by someone motivated by right-wing reactionaries. But I guess they have to get on top of things. Do not share the shooter's name. Do not share the shooter's evil video. Do not share the shooter's evil manifesto. Mass killers desire fame and attention. Starve them of it. Now, in a sense, I do agree with this. The mainstream media does have an unfortunate tendency of glorifying mass shooters, which I believe, and there are studies to suggest this, may lead to the propagation of mass shooters in the future. But this study, when it was conducted, was more about school shootings. It was more about politically unmotivated acts of terror. It was not about acts of terror which were directly encouraged by political radicalization from the right. I want to tell you why I don't like this tweet. Oh, of course, Strawberry Haagen-Dazs, who has just linked a tweet from Ben Shapiro saying, Israelis like to build, Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage. This is not a difficult issue. Of course. We're not here to accuse Ben Shapiro of being a cunt, or a hypocrite, or a liar, or a miserable piece of shit human being, because he is all of these things, and we already know that. We are here to discuss this tweet specifically in this moment. Now, Ben Shapiro is almost certainly one of the people who contributed to the radicalization of this young man. Ben Shapiro is one of the ringleaders of online reactionary groups. It is very difficult to find a person who enjoys the works of Candace Owens, Stefan Molyneux, who subs to PewDiePie, and is not a fan of Ben Shapiro and his purported facts and logic. Now, Ben Shapiro, as right-wing reactionaries go, is actually pretty thoughtful with his rhetoric. He doesn't engage in the same extremely blatant dog whistling that you could get from Lauren Southern or Candace Owens or Stefan Molyneux. He doesn't pander to that. He leans more towards this stoic, controlled, sort of tight, stiff upper lip conservatism. It's a farce, of course. He's a reactionary. But the way in which he presents himself is a little bit more controlled than what you might get from other online reactionaries. So he gives us this tweet. Don't share the name, don't share the manifesto, don't discuss their motivations. Why would he say that? Because nobody says this about Muslim shooters. Again, Al-Jibad Baid Muhammad, if my made-up Muslim names are racist, I don't care. That's not what's relevant right now. If somebody like that perpetuates a mass shooting, you can damn well believe every far-right reactionary is going to jump right the fuck on that narrative. In fact, after the Pulse Club shooting, we can find tweets to this effect, Ben Shapiro was gleefully sharing the name and motives of the Muslim who committed that particular act. The reason for this is the same reason why I said earlier that all of us cross our fingers when we hear about a shooting. We hope it was committed by the other side. The reason for this is because shootings are immediately a political hot topic that will be exploited rhetorically by people on both sides of the aisle. And this isn't a bad thing. After all, if mass shootings are motivated politically, there's nothing wrong with discussing it in a political context. And if the mass shooting was caused by the radicalization from certain political figures, you can damn well believe that's a subject worth discussing right there. There's nothing wrong with politicizing shootings. They're already political. So, how then do we stymie discussion? Well, there are a number of ways. Traditional conservatives and NRA representatives like to say, after a school shooting or a politically unmotivated act of terror, that the bodies are still warm, that it is uncivil and heinous to politicize this grievous act, that this was the act of a lone wolf that nobody could have seen coming, that their actions were completely isolated from any political motivations. In essence, a lone madman who we should not discuss, whose actions we should not use to further a political conversation on guns. Why is that so loud? Oh my god, I had my volume turned all the way up. Jesus fucking Christ, you just gave me a heart attack. Oh my fucking god. Ah, Jesus. Oh. Thank you very much, Hebby, for the Twitch Prime subscription, my friend. I really appreciate it. And welcome to the Vosh Pit. Wow. Now listen. The reason the NRA and traditional conservatives do this is because it's expedient politically. If you shame people into not politicizing an event which is already politically motivated, then you keep people from having discussion about its motivations. This is what Ben Shapiro is doing in this instance, by encouraging people not to read the manifesto, by encouraging people not to watch the footage, by encouraging... That's fine, by the way. You should probably not watch the footage. I mean, you can if you want to. Is the Great Replacement happening or not? It's not, friend. Excuse me. Might want to increase stream delay when you're talking about something this sensitive. Why? In case I say the N-word and need to disconnect on myself? I don't see how that's relevant. Whatever the case is, it is politically expedient for Ben Shapiro and his ilk to discourage you from discussing the motivation behind this event because it makes him look bad. So let us set aside these concerns. There is nothing wrong, mind you, with discussing this shooter's motivations. There's nothing wrong with reading the manifesto. In fact, I was hoping we could read the manifesto together. Let's see if I can find a link to this. If someone finds it faster than me, please feel free to link it in chat. We are, of course, not going to be watching the video for a wide variety of reasons. Mostly because I have no interest in seeing people die. It seems the current number dead is 49. This is probably the worst terrorist attack in the history of New Zealand, and it was caused by radicalization propped up by American pundits. We found it? Okay, I'm going to click on this and hope it's not awful. This is quite the manifesto. Let me scroll through it quick. I haven't read it. I always do this shit for the first time with you guys. I don't see any pictures of fucking... Okay, at the end of the manifesto, we have some dog whistly pictures of white people. We seem to be in the clear. Let's enjoy this together. The Great Replacement towards a new society. Now, mind you, I don't want to be irresponsible. It's possible this manifesto isn't the shooters. It's possible this wasn't written by them, that it's been edited after the fact. There are many factors which could contribute to the illegitimacy of this manifesto. But that does not mean there is not value in reading it and breaking apart its contents. I'm very sorry, Ribs97, but until I become a Twitch partner, I am incapable of setting my stream such that it can be viewed at different quality settings. If you have a problem with that, you should probably email Twitch and let them know that I should become a partner. Hold on. Dashboard. Affiliate. No, wait. Achievements. They're working on it. Now, I sent this this Twitch partner application 7 days ago. Now, they say 7 business days. We'll see when they get back. We're going to be discussing the shooting for a good bit of time today. And that's not because I'm interested in farming this for content. That's, I think, a little bit disingenuous. And maybe I'm projecting a little bit by assuming that you would think that. It's because this is a microcosm of a larger social problem. And that is to say that this culture war we are engaged in, this left versus right, this lefty versus reactionary, with liberals and centrists in the middle, mostly taking the reactionary side when it's convenient because capital sides with fascism. We are not doing this for the memes. We are not doing this because lefties are great at comedy, though we are. We're not doing this because lefties get more pussy or dick or whatever genitalia they prefer, though we do. We are not doing this because it gets us better friends or we are able to find better social cliques or any of that nonsense, though it does. We are doing this, we are leftists, because the mere existence of people like this and people who can radicalize people like this is an act of violence against us. Whether you are of brown skin, whether you are a woman, whether you are gay or pan or bi or however you like to identify, even ace. They probably don't like ace people either. Regardless, as long as you constitute any deviation from the homogeneous majority, the cisgender straight white man, you are threatened by this ideology. And we are here for you. And you are here for us. That is how solidarity works. And disabled status, of course. Would it be a good idea to hide sub goal and donation goal? That would probably be a good idea. For optics purposes, if no other reason. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's get this bread. Toward a new society. Workers' rights, anti-imperialism, environmentalism, responsible markets, addiction-free community, law and order, ethnic autonomy, protection of heritage and culture. See, look at that. Some of these things sound kind of nice, and some of these things sound kind of fashy, huh? That's how it works. That is how the mafia works. There are a great many fascists who will wrap up their ideology in a little what do they call the thing when the homeless people tie it up in a little red handkerchief with the white dots and they put it on the end of a stick and carry it over their shoulder? They'll wrap it up in some real nice flowery sort of a bindle, yes. And the real purpose of this ultimately is to deliver the end goal of fascism, which is ethnic homogeneity, genocide, war, and what have you. So, we open with a poem. We open with a poem from a man who knows that in a short while he will either be dead or going to jail. Wonderful. It is the birth rates. We open right off the gate with information which relates directly to the Great Replacement theory, posited in large part by people like Ben Shapiro and Lauren Southern. If there is one thing I want you to remember from these writings, it's that the birth rates must change. Even if we were to deport non-Europeans from our lands tomorrow, this being said by a New Zealander, the European people would still be spiraling into decay and eventual death. Every day we become fewer in number, we grow older, we grow weaker. In the end, we must return to replacement fertility levels, or it will kill us. So this is... Okay, here we go. So we don't need to examine this too closely. This is the same great replacement theory posited by people like Lauren Southern. And it was debunked, if I recall, by Sean. If you're interested in a thorough takedown of the Great Replacement Theory, I recommend this The Great Replacement Isn't Real video by Sean and Jen. It's quite popular. It's quite fact-based. I know if there are any chuds in chat, they will appreciate. There you go, linked in chat. It's a good video. I encourage you to watch it, even if you're not imminently interested in this subject material. This whole white genocide, white birth rate, white replacement rate, this is going to continue to be a talking point for a long time. I encourage you to read over it. So, the argument remains the same. Western people, white people, they mean white people. White people are not meeting the necessary replacement rate to maintain their demographic sort of majority in their constituent nations. But immigrants are coming in. This is ethnic replacement, cultural replacement, racial replacement. This is white genocide. This is obviously a bunk argument. The reason why white people are propagating at a lower rate is because they are being subject to the same economic factors which affect most, or if not all, developed nations. That is to say, as a nation grows wealthier, people in the middle class, mostly middle class, also the lower class to a lesser extent, have less children because there are economic pressures for them not to have more. People focus more on career than they do on family, for example. As urban areas grow more developed, it is harder and harder to get large houses, so you want to have smaller numbers of children. As our culture grows more alienated, we have less community members and family members to rely upon to help us raise children. All of these factors contribute to our decisions on a collective level to have fewer children. Fine, dandy, makes a lot of sense. Obviously, this is not going to affect immigrants to the same extent because they are not subject to the exact same economic pressures that we are, at least not in a general sense. This is not genocide. It does not meet any qualification for genocide. What this is, essentially, is a propping up of the fallacious notion that whiteness is something which must be protected. Whiteness is something which must be defended, or it will be overcome, whereas brownness is something that spreads. This is the logical conclusion of thinking people like Barack Obama are black, not just culturally, but genetically. He is, of course, half white. Why then do we refer to him as black rather than white or even mixed? That is because, as one does while mixing paints, white paint is pure, undiluted, but very easily diluted. A single drop of black paint in a vial of white can turn the whole thing gray, whereas a single drop of white in a vial of black will have no effect on the general color. This is, of course, not a reflection of phenotypical racial characteristics or how genealogy works in humans. It's actually just a product of color theory. You see, the greater the hue, it's hue I'm thinking of, right? That refers to the light level. No, what's fucking... God damn it, I'm supposed to be an artist. Look, this is color theory, okay? The darker something is, the less subject it is to the color influence of lighter colors, and the lighter something is, the more susceptible it is to color influence from darker colors. Value, thank you, Todsnay, value, and reactor, yes. Now, this has literally nothing to do with, like, race as a concept. If we're looking purely at the genealogy, Barack Obama is one half black and one half white. Of course, he looks black, and the reason for that is because pigmentation in the skin, melanin, follows the same value rules as paint would, fundamentally. Darker colors are less susceptible to influence from lighter colors, and lighter colors are more susceptible to influence from darker colors. This is not a reflection on racial dynamics. This is just how light works. But this is the logical conclusion of taking this sort of this asinine, very phenotypical look at race and extending it to its to its breaking point. The idea that whiteness must be protected, but darkness spreads. If a white woman shacks up with a black man and they slam and they pop out some brown kids, those brown kids are now on their side, not ours. Even though a white and a black person had equal culpability in the creation of these children, these brown children are now corrupted. They're no longer pure. They're on their side. Again, this is absolute nonsense. In the near future, probably within 500 years, maybe 1,000, if we make it that far, there will probably not be that many white people anymore. At least not in the way that I look with my fair skin. The reason for this is because if we homogenize the color of human beings and get a general average, a light brown olive tone is probably the midpoint for human beings. And because of how value theory works, how color interacts with pigmentation in the skin, it's legitimately difficult to look like this for very long. On a broad evolutionary scale, at least. That's fine. That has nothing to do with race. That has nothing to do with ethnicity. That has nothing to do with culture. That's fine. It's just pigmentation. We'll all be just a little less vulnerable to sunburns. That's great. Go us. That's fine. And you know what? For those of you in chat, and I know most of you aren't Nazis, or in fact, maybe all of you aren't Nazis, but for those of you in chat who think like, oh, won't it be boring if we all look the same? We're not going to all look the same. Geographic pockets ensure that no matter what happens in the near or distant future, there are going to be some pretty fucking radical differences in how people look. We're still going to have fucking crazy dark black people. You know, like the ebony dark black people? It's beautiful. I think they look fucking incredible. Like, I fucking wish, you know? And they're like crazy fucking dark. Yeah, like Nubian black. That shit's still going to be around. We'll have fucking Asian people, probably. There are like billions of them, you know? They've got a pretty big stake in this sort of long-term ethnic and skin color mashup. There's going to be a lot of diversity in the future. It's not going to look the same as the diversity today, but that's what happens. Cultures change, people change, societies shift, borders move, nations die and rise, civilizations give birth to new ones. That's just the beauty of the human experience. I don't know what lies in our future, but I know I don't want people like this to be a part of it. I would take any future, any constituent demographic, any skin tone, any cultural differences, any of this. I would take any of it over a future which is controlled by people like this. So, I believe the terrorist was arrested. To return to replacement fertility levels is priority number one, but it's no simple task. We must inevitably correct the disaster of hedonistic, nihilistic individualism. There we go. Subservience to the state, to the blood of the fascist. Does this not contradict some of their points here? Workers' rights? I'm not entirely sure how workers' rights can be reconciled with a hatred of individualism, but let's see. Due to mass immigration, we lack the timescale required to enact the civilizational paradigm shift we need to undertake to return to health and prosperity. Mass immigration. Okay, so fash propaganda about immigration destroying us, destroying our nation, our community, destroy our ethnic binds, our culture, destroy our people. Just so you guys know, I'm an American. American culture has an Always has been, mind you, driven almost exclusively by the ingenuity and cultural contribution of immigrants and people of color. I'm sorry, us whiteys, just like white people, like white Americans, we have done very little to advance this country culturally. But if you look at our food, if you look at our music, if you look at our actual art pieces, if you look at our fucking movies, if you look at like literally every cultural product that comes out of this country, almost all of it is inspired by or a direct product of the contribution of immigrants or people of color. The fucking Irish, the fucking Italians, fucking Hispanics, black people obviously have a massive influence, particularly in the musical fields. Our culture is built from diversity, and that's not some cucky thing to say. If you want to live in some hypothetical white America that never saw the touch of immigration, and you want to just eat your fucking... I literally can't fathom how boring... I actually can't fathom how boring this culture would be. I get, like, you wouldn't even have, like, swing music, because that shit was black, too. You wouldn't have swing or jazz. I guess you would just listen to, like, Baroque music in small, like, gray cubicles. You would listen to Baroque music while you work, like, 14-hour shifts, and then you would go home to your white picket... I don't even know. I can't even fathom. I would kill myself before living in a world like that. Fuck racial homogeneity, and fuck cultural, protectionism. Okay, we must crush immigration, deport those invaders already living on our soil, not just a matter of our prosperity, but the very survival of our people. Again, our people. Our people. I'm white. I'm not his people. I don't know what people he's talking about. Answering possible questions. Who are you? Just an ordinary white man, 28, born in Australia. My parents are Scottish, Irish, and English stock, regular childhood without any great issues, little interest in education, barely achieving a passing grade, did not attend university as I had no great interest in anything offered. Hey, look at how right-wing radicalization is most enticing to people who are lethargic and don't seem to have much going for them in life. Lower class, barely passed schooling, wasn't interested in university, worked for some time before making some money investing in BitConnect, obviously. Used the money from the investment to travel. More recently, I've been working part-time as a kebab removalist. This means anti-Muslim. I'm just a regular white man from a regular family who decided to take a stand to ensure the future for my people. Just so you guys know, if I thought that I was going to die, and he wrote this manifesto, well, we think at this time he wrote this manifesto. If we thought that we were going to die and we were going to describe ourselves, would you really describe yourself like this? This to me strikes very heavily as someone who is alienated, who is disaffected, who is dispassionate, who is at least in some material sense contented, but inside they are screaming on a spiritual, an innate, an emotional level for something more to life. This is the and I could be reaching a little bit here, and I accept that's a possibility, but this just seems so depressing. I wouldn't describe myself like this if I was going to go do some fucking terror attack. I'd be like, hey, yo, my name is Redacted, and I'm fucking 25, and I did all the Dark Souls games. Wow, I just dabbed while typing this. If you're reading this and I'm doing terrorism, I probably had a really great reason for doing it. And if you take a look at my manifesto, I hope you will come to understand and sympathize with the fucking, like, I don't know, this disaffection. It's very sad to me. Why did you carry out the attack? To show... Most of all, to show the invaders. They were just Muslims, I don't know. That our lands will never be their lands, our homeland are our own, and as long as a white man still lives, they will never conquer the lands and they will never replace our people. Again, they're not trying to conquer our lands and they're not trying to replace any people. They're probably just like Muslim people live. I don't know what like the demographic status is in New Zealand. I'd be willing to bet that many of the Muslims he killed there were not immigrants, were like domestic citizens of New Zealand. To take revenge on the invaders for the hundreds of thousands of deaths caused by foreign invaders in European land throughout history. I'm pretty sure that Europe has caused more European deaths on European land throughout history than every other force combined. Unless you're talking about, like, the fucking Saracens or something. I don't know how far back you're going. But even if you count, like, literally everything, you know what? Include the Black Plague. Why not? Include the Black Plague and the Spanish flu. Just throw it all in there. I'm still pretty sure white people fighting with other white people in Europe still caused more death in Europe than literally everything else combined. Throw it the fuck all in there. Just lob it in there. I'm pretty sure we're the one doing most of the killing in Europe. I don't know. You've got the fucking 7 Years' War. You've got the 100 Years' War. You've got both of the World Wars. You've got the fucking, not to mention the fucking Proddies and the Catholic. I don't know. There's a lot of shit to take revenge for the enslavement of millions of Europeans taken from their lands by the Islamic slavers. Can I get a citation on this? I'm genuinely not sure if there's any historical backing to this. I'm pretty sure I would know if millions of Europeans have been taken from their lands by Islamic slavers. I'm guessing that maybe didn't happen. To take revenge for the thousands of European lives lost to terror attack throughout European lands. I assume he's saying, like, by Muslims? I don't know. We've killed more people in the Middle East than the people in the Middle East have killed from... I don't know. Did the Moors enslave anyone? Probably, but millions of people? There weren't that many people around back when Moors were hopping about. To take revenge for Ebba Ackerlund? Hold on. Pardon me if my fucking meme history is down. Who the fuck? Stockholm, Sweden. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Are Southern Europeans considered white? I don't know. Depends on who you ask. How racist is the person you're asking? I'm not racist. You know what? Everyone is white. Zeta, you're white. Fucking Southeast Asians, you're white. Indians, you're white. Okay? Sub-Saharan Africans, you're white. I don't care. Race is a social construct. We're all white on this blessed day. Good job, Zeta. You finally made it. To directly reduce immigration rates to European lands by intimidating and physically removing the invaders themselves. I do like it when the mask comes off. I mean, it's pretty clear. When terror attacks like this are conducted, it is to intimidate, to threaten, to disconcert. It is a product of the same desire that people like Ben Shapiro or Stefan Molyneux or Lauren Southern engage in. By engaging in that rhetoric online, they create a facsimile, a facade of hatred towards immigration coming from the West, which discourages them from doing so. There is no such thing as just speech. Speech is a political action, and political actions have consequences. So do shooting up mosques. To agitate the political enemies of my people into action, to cause them to overextend their own hand and experience the eventual inevitable backlash as a result. Okay, so to get fucking lefties to go overboard so righties will take up arms and the South will rise again. Cool. Oh man, he's got a lot of reasons. To incite violence, cool. To avenge those European men and women lost in the constant and never-ending war of European history. Most died for their people only to have their lands given away to any foreign scum that bothered to show up. I don't fucking know what to say. I mean, if we want to talk about, like, the annexation of European land, I don't know. I feel like Nazi Germany was, like, the big one. Well, that's, like, the big fucking example of, like, foreign scum marching into European borders and destroying the culture of the indigenous people there and setting up their own fucking, society? I don't know. I feel like that's the biggest example we can point to. To agitate the political enemies of my... Wait, what? Did he do this twice? To agitate the political enemies of my people into action. To agitate the political enemies of my people into action. Man, fucking Jesus Christ. If you're gonna... Zeta. Take him out. Zeta, you got this. This is why I modded you. Zeta, I'm waiting. Zeta, get him. There we go. Kill him. To show the effect of direct action, lighting a path forward for those who wish to follow, a path of blah, blah, blah. Create an atmosphere of fear and change in which drastic, powerful, and revolutionary action can occur. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Fucking kill me. Okay, alright. So blah, 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 blah. To drive a wedge between the nations of NATO that are European and the Turks that also make part of Euro forces, therefore I turn NATO once more into a united European army and pushing the Turkey back once more into the position of a foreign enemy force. Imagine how racist you have to be to give a fuck about Turkey in this way, to be racist against Turkey. Is this like anti-Hassan radicalization? Hassan's from Turkey, right? He just saw Hassan online and he saw the fucking bread pilling and he was like, them too. Finally, to create conflict between the two ideologies within the United States and the ownership of firearms, blah, 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 blah. Isn't it incredible how these foreigners are so heavily motivated by American issues? It's almost as though the American propagandists who dog whistle about racial issues from an American perspective radicalize people across the world. It's almost as though their aim is not only to affect the American electorate, but also to propagate a global antagonism between immigrants, Muslims, and what have you, and white domestic reactionaries. So, what do you want? The 14 words. Cool. Was there a particular event or reason you decided to commit a violent terror attack? So, 2017. Yeah, I thought so. Ebba Ackerlund. I don't fucking care. Imagine what a fucking hypocritical piece of your shit. Oh, a fucking girlie died. Now I'm gonna kill 46 people. I'm so fucking mad. Cool. The French general election. Oh no, Le Pen didn't get voted in. Oh. White people are so fucking fragile. Now at 49. Fuck. Oh, Narana, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. We're all having fun here today. Anyway, man, fucking white people are so goddamn fragile. One fucking little girl died. Oh, what a sweet... They only give a fuck because she's white. That's why I'm making jokes. If it was a little brown kid, no one would give a fuck. Little white kid, oh. And Le Pen didn't get voted in. Great. Good. He actually shits on Le Pen later on? Oh, good. Well, I can't wait. The final push was witnessing the state of French cities and towns. For many years, I've been reading about the invasion of France by non-whites. What do you think the odds are that this guy saw the fucking, was it Lauren Southern video? It was Lauren Southern, right? Where she walked around the streets of France and she was like, women aren't even wearing their hair in French braids. And the video would slow down as a black person walked by. I fucking guarantee you that that video was on this guy's fucking favorite list, and he would watch it while fucking hate jerking it every time he saw like a cute brown girl. Get him out of here! Get him out! I guarantee you. Fucking degenerate pieces of shit. Not even eating French toast. Get real. Where are the French fry stands? Hydration bot's not getting the leg up on me. Not this time. Why do I need to have the same amount of sympathy for everyone on the planet? Doesn't make sense. I'm not sure what you mean. Didn't Destiny talk about that? Yeah, all my political opinions are actually just because I watch Destiny. Nothing comes from me. Okay, so anyway, he watched the Lauren Southern video and he got super fucking mad. I remember pulling into a shopping center car park to buy groceries in some moderate-sized town in eastern France of roughly 15 to 25,000 people. And as I sat there in the parking lot of my rental car, watched a stream of the invaders walk through the shopping center's front door, double number. Just imagine traveling the world and going to like a shopping center and you see like some brown people like peacefully going in and out of a shopping mart and you're like clenching the fucking steering wheel, your knuckles going white as the blood rushes to your brain to fuel the fucking rage. The fucking anger. How dare these people with more melanin in their skin exist in my France, even though I'm New Zealand and I'm just traveling. Yeah. I had seen enough and in anger drove out of the town. Holy shit, white people are so fragile. Holy shit. Fucking white people, my dude. I saw some brown people. I swore in anger and sped out of the town as quickly as I could, never looking back. Holy shit. To anyone out there this fragile, please, I encourage you, look at a brown person until the rage blinds you, and then drive into a fucking telephone pole, okay? Drive into a fucking brick wall. Go into the interstate and drive into the fucking divider, okay? Please. Please fucking do it. Make America, make France, make New Zealand great again. And get so fucking angry that you depart this mortal coil. I beg you. Not in a video game. In real life. not in fucking Need for Speed, not in fucking Gran Torino. I want to see this shit happen in the real fucking world, okay? Tomorrow morning, I want to wake up to a fucking Bird Box level epidemic of crashed cars slamming into freeway dividers, okay? And I want it to all be white people found crumpled over their fucking dashboard in the front seat. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't think that's fucking TOS. Okay. Driving towards the next French town on my itinerary, knowing that inevitably the invaders would also be there, I found my emotions swinging between fuming rage and suffocating despair at the indignity of the invasion of France. Look, if this guy had done the world a favor and driven himself into a freeway dividing line, 49 people would still be alive right now. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Do we have a fascist in here? We got fascists. Who? Fucking point them out. I don't think you're getting partner. Maybe not. Mick Frederino, is that it? I don't think you use the umbrella white people when reading the alleged manifesto of radicalized. Nah. Fuck that. No, this is very obviously aligned along racial lines, and the people who engage in this kind of propagandization are almost exclusively white. That's the way this is framed. If we got fascists in chat, just ban them. Listen, normally I'm good for debating the fascists. This is not what we're here for. McFrederino, keep it in your fucking pants, or Zeta will ban you. Homie, you gotta be pragmatic. Quit fucking tone policing me, you piece of shit. Hold on. Fucking... Okay? Thank you for letting me know. All I said was, I swear to God I have some kind of streamer-specific condition that makes my nose runny when I talk for hours on end. So anyway, the pessimism of the French people, the loss of culture and identity, and the farce of the political solutions offered Then I came upon a cemetery, one of the many mass cemeteries created to bury the French and other European soldiers lost in the wars that crippled Europe. Lost in the wars that crippled Europe, says the Nazi, referring to a mass graveyard that was almost certainly the product of deaths suffered in World War II. The cognitive dissonance necessary. The Nazi kneels over the gravestone of fucking Frederico Lupin, died fucking 1940. What could have done this to you? He said, clutching sympathetically the iron cross he sewed into his fucking coat. Who could have done this? Fucking kill me. I had seen many pictures and heard many people discuss the cemeteries, but even knowing about these cemeteries in advance, I was still not prepared for the sight. I broke into tears, sobbing alone in the car, staring at the crosses at the forgotten dead. You literally caused this, dude. You're a fucking Nazi. Why were we allowing these soldiers' deaths to be in vain? The soldiers died killing the Nazis. The cognitive dissonance here is fucking incredible. They were fighting off white people. This has... What the fuck? This is insane to me. Imagine being a Nazi. Jewish question. Immigration. Oh my god. What happened? Oh, White Nervosa. My comrade. Thank you very much. We sure are having a conversation coming here. Yeah. Alright, meme it up, but we are talking about dead people, so have fun. Thank you, White Nervosa. I really do appreciate the host, and I hope you stick around. I wouldn't say we're having a good time. Donation to Chatbot? I did, actually. I remembered this time. The donation to Chatbot is open. Bluebearded, thank you for the host, comrade. Alright. Wait. You probably talked about AIDS, about breaking news, but this topic... Oh yeah, we're going for it. We're reading it. Listen, just imagine the fucking irony of being a Nazi who believes in the Great Replacement, who believes in racial homogeneity, who believes in race solidarity against foreign invaders, and then going to a graveyard to Frenchmen who died against the Nazis and letting that motivate you to hate brown people more. It is fucking amazing to me how small the brain, like how fucking his brain is literally like one neuron being played with by Pong. Like two fucking we've got the fucking synaptic things here and here, and they're bouncing to one brain cell that goes between the two. That's literally all he has going on here. So he cries, why won't someone do something? We did do something. We defeated Nazi Germany in 1945. That was what we did about the problem. In that graveyard, the people there died because of Nazis, and we solved that problem by defeating the Nazis. We did it. Go team. Look, I dab on Nazi Germany. And I dab on you fucking neo-Nazi. In front of those endless crosses, in front of those dead soldiers lost in forgotten wars, my despair turned to shame, my shame turned to guilt, my guilt turned to anger.
Dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
And suffer did we. Why won't somebody do something? The spell broke. Why don't I do something? Why not me? If not me, then who? Why then couldn't I do it myself? If there's something, take the fight to me. Okay, so then he decided to kill people. Cool. Okay, who do you represent? Millions of European and other ethno-nationalist peoples? There are not millions of ethno-nationalists, my duder. There are millions of racists, but there are not that many people who have been radicalized to the far right. Good fucking luck. And less of them will be now, thanks to your little shit propaganda of the deed. Now we get even more fucking ammunition to dunk on Ben Shitpiro, to dunk on fucking Owen Wilson, to dunk on PewDiePie, and other Nazis. And other formal members of the National Socialist Party. Are you a part of any political groups or movements? I'm not a direct member of any organization. Why the fuck is my nose so runny? It's because it's early in the morning. Fuck. Alright. If the groups you supported are aligned with, order or promote your attack. No group ordered my attack. I made the decision myself. Though I did contact the Reborn Knights Templar for a blessing in support of the attack, which was given. Alright. Fucking LARPers. These groups hold power. Who are the people in these groups? I don't care. Did you carry out the attack for fame? I don't care. Why did you target those people? They were an obvious, visible, and large group of invaders from a culture with higher fertility rates, higher social trust, and strong, robust traditions. I don't care. For how long did you plan this attack? 2 years in advance. Cool. What time did you... I don't care. Household flower, ignition source, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about any of this. I don't care about this being made as like a gun argument. I don't think that this event has anything to do with like gun control or gun rights. I don't give a fuck about that. Why did you choose New Zealand as a place to attack? To live temporarily while I planned to train, but I soon found out that New Zealand rich target of an environment as anywhere else in the West. Well, glad he missed fucking Desta Senpai, I guess, right? That's cool. I'm glad our favorite fucking Sunni brother, our Omni-Muslim brother, Destiny, was no longer in New Zealand, so he couldn't be taken out in these attacks. Alright, I don't care. You consider it a terrorist attack? By the definition, yes. Cool. Do you feel remorse? No, I only wish I could have killed more invaders and more traitors as well. Cool, great. Do you personally hate Muslims? A Muslim man or woman living in their homelands? No. A Muslim man or woman choosing to invade our lands, live in our soil, and replace our people? Yes, I dislike them. Again, super fucking loaded language. Fucking triggered ass white people, thin skinned bitch babies. It's the reason why you can see the veins through their skin so easily. Like, a Muslim man or a woman can never just immigrate peacefully to a country. It's always an invasion which constitutes a demographic replacement of your identity. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. This is literally the ethno-nationalist equivalent of you sitting in the back seat with your sibling, and they like reach over to touch you because they want to get your attention, and you flinch and scream at your parents that they just tried to hit you. This inability for them to recognize any societal change without them considering it to be like an attack against their people belies the most fucking the thoroughest fragility. Just the biggest, just the babiest, the biggest baby. The softest babyism conceivable to me. Can we gulag Lauren Southern now? Look, Twitch TOS permitting, I have been advocating for many things to happen to Lauren Southern for a long time now, okay? Look, don't tell me I need to start advocating for it, okay? Do you believe those you attacked were innocent? There are no innocents in an invasion. He says without having any fucking idea why these people came here, or whether or not they were citizens of New Zealand, or whether or not they were born there. Nah, it doesn't matter to them. If you're brown, you're foreign, and if you're not, you're not. You commit the attack to receive media coverage? No. Did you intend to survive the attack? I did intend to survive. That's good. Arrests and trials are always a lot more interesting after terrorist attacks than if they just shoot themselves. Was the attack racist in origin? Fertility rates are innately tied to race. Black people are just more fertile, guys. Fucking black and brown people. Why is your sperm count so high? He says, chugging down his soy. Was the attack xenophobic? Okay. Was the attack... Okay, I don't care. Obviously, the answer to these things is yes. No, the attack was not... Oh, here we go. Okay, this is a good Nazi talking point. No, the attack was not an attack on diversity, but an attack in the name of diversity. To ensure diverse peoples remain diverse, separate, unique, undiluted, and unrestrained cultural. This is literally the fucking Orientalism argument that we engaged in back in the 18th and 19th centuries. The idea that the way in which you're supposed to appreciate diversity is by ensuring the separation of cultures and the robbing of their culture identity. This is what we did in the fucking Northern Africa. This is what we did in China. This is what we did in Japan after the European powers blockaded their ports and forced them to open up trade with the West. We have a long-standing history of this idea that cultural diversity means essentially that we get to do whatever the fuck we want with your cultural rights, but you have no ability to impose yourself or to even immigrate to our lands. This concept, and you'll often see this. Here, let's Google some racist shit. You'll often see this shit too, and you'll see, I don't know if we're going to get it here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get it here because we're not on poll or whatever. But you'll see this, like, you want to talk about diversity, libcuck, and then it'll show, like, an Irish person in, like, traditional Irish gear, and, like, an Italian in, like, traditional Irish dress, and they'll show, like, all these different European cultures when they're dressed in the most ridiculously hyperbolic, flamboyant fucking costumes imaginable that have very little bearing on what an actual Irish or Italian or whatever citizen does or lives in their day-to-day life, and then they'll be like, here's diversity in brown countries, and it'll show like 18 women in burqas, and they'll all look exactly the same, and it'll be like Pakistan, fucking Sudan. Man, can you believe that there are this many fucking pro-terrorist people here? Zeta, you're fucking slow on this shit. A banhammer? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Zeta, Jesus Christ, you gotta be on that shit. This is we're in for a contentious subject today. It is the same. It is one guy. It's the same copy paste as before. What I'm getting at, though, is that this is a common Nazi argument. The idea that white people are diverse, we have our diversity, and fucking brown people all look the same or whatever, so we should keep them out so they can't dilute our beautiful diversity with their disgusting, muddy brown ethnic genes. The reality of this, of course, is that in reality, there is a great many diversity. There's diversity to be found in many parts of the world, between people of many races, between people of many creeds and sects, between people of many religious identities, and it has very little to do with one's race or, in fact, of one's heritage. Because even if you post pictures of fucking Italians and Irish and Spanish people all in their ethnic getup, in reality, if you go to these places, most places in Europe look pretty similar and have pretty similar looking people in them, because these cultures have all intermingled for centuries and have shared many ideas with one another. This process of diversification takes place in spite of global, or what's the term? In spite of international collaboration, in spite of trade, in spite of immigration from one nation to another. They take place in spite of these things, and not because of them or because of a lack of them. So again, Nazi argument. Do you intend to kill police officers or other enforcers of the state? I don't care. If you survive, do you intend to go on trial and you're going to plead not guilty? Good. Fucking drag out that taxpayer dime. Were there other targets planned in your attack? Many. Cool. Are you racist? Yes. Are you a xenophobe? No. No culture scares me. I'm only wary of those cultures replacing others. Oh, I'm not scared of other cultures. I'm just so weary of them that I broke down into tears while at a fucking small town French grocery shop and drove off into the night screaming and crying. War / I don't care. I don't fucking care. Were or are you a fascist? Yes, I am a fascist. He considers himself an eco-fascist. Cool. Mask off, folks. Sir Oswald Mosley, the person from history close to my own beliefs. Are you a homophobe? As long as you're loyal to your people, you can be gay. Cool, thanks. Are you socialist? Worker ownership, that means he's not a fucking socialist. Kill me. No. Are you a supporter of Donald Trump as a symbol of renewed white identity and common purpose? Sure. As a policymaker and leader, dear God, no. That's great. I'm glad Nazis can get together and they can be like, hey, we recognize that Donald Trump is not a particularly good fascist, but as a symbol of white unification, there's no one we'd rather have up there. Are you a supporter of by living in New Zealand, aren't you an immigrant yourself? Not really, you see. I'm white. I'm not going to ethnically replace the people nor change the nation's culture. Even though New Zealand is not predominantly fascist and you brought your own fucking fascist shit fucking brain with you, you're not going to change the nation's culture. But a fucking Muslim who immigrates from, I don't know, Indonesia, who probably has way more in common with the average New Zealander than you do, you fascist scum, they're the ones who are changing the culture. Culture means race to them. All of it means race. It's all dog whistling for race. They don't care about culture, behavior, identity, immigration status. It doesn't mean anything. They mean race. That is what they mean. You missed him advocating for Jinping thought? Cool. I don't know. I don't fucking care what his political beliefs are. People like this are politically illiterate. I don't particularly care for what they think they believe. Are you intolerant? Sure, cool. The last virtues of a dying nation are tolerance and apathy. So much for the tolerant right. A particular person that radicalized you the most? Yes, the person who influenced me above all was Candace Owens. How embarrassing. Fun fact, Candace Owens had a fucking meltdown on Twitter. It was really embarrassing. Fuck. I remember seeing this in a Destiny thread. There's probably... hold on. Yeah, the Candace Owens, because she was directly implicated in the Manifesto. Look at this shit. LOL. Crying, laughing emoji. Fact. I've never created any content espousing my views on the Second Amendment or Islam. That like she had a fucking breakdown. She's like, lol, fucking racist liberals saying that I had anything to do with this guy who directly implicated me in his manifesto. Lol. That's the... Like, normally I don't say shit like this because it's pretty fucking irrelevant, but the degree of disrespect that she has for the, for like the gravity of the situation is pretty telling. Okay. Spyro the Dragon 3 taught me ethno-nationalism. Oh, well, Spyro is cancelled. Fortnite trained me to be a killer and to floss in the corpses of my enemies. Now, I do want to talk about this, and this is the most interesting part of, this is the most interesting part of the manifesto to me, at least so far. What you're reading right now is what a manifesto would look like if it was collaboratively written by like 4chan or 8chan or whatever. Doesn't he say no right after? Yeah, but the fact that you put this into something that is going to be like your last planned message to the world before you maybe die, he put this in here for a reason. And this is because 4chan slash 8chan slash poll fucking whatever have perfected this disaffected, ironic Nazism. Because now you read this and you think, well, hold on. How serious is he being really? He's being completely serious in every fucking way that matters. He went there and he killed fucking 50 people, okay? There's no room to debate here in the sincerity of the things that he's posited here in this, which is allegedly his manifesto. There's no room for fucking discussion on this one. The fact that he throws in these little ironic quips like, haha, I'm fucking flossing. I'm flossing on my enemies. I floss in the fucking Muslim mudskins as I shoot them in the mouth. The fact that he includes this shit, utterly irrelevant to the overall content of the message. But the fact that he puts it in lends credence to the suggestion that this disaffected, ironic, fucking edgy 4chan, like, haha, hail Hitler kind of thing. It is a cover-up for sincere Nazism, for sincere fascism, for sincere racism, for sincere reactionary values. Never, ever, ever let yourself be taken in by this idea that irony or disaffected sarcasm are lend plausible deniability to the sincerity of a reactionary's beliefs. Never let yourself be pulled in by that. It is a cover they have developed. When I was young, I was a communist, then an anarchist, then finally a libertarian before coming to be an eco-fascist. I sincerely doubt this person was actually a commie or an anarchist. Every time I talk to someone on the right who's like, yeah, I used to be a commie, and then I talk with them about like basic principles of communist theory, they never know anything. What it means in reality is that they are usually some kind of like edgy, tanky adjacent who didn't know much about communism besides the fact that it was like cool and it opposed America, man. That's pretty much like the limit. I have literally never in my life talked to a person who is right-leaning and claims to have once been left-leaning, and I've talked to dozens of these people who had even a fucking faint understanding of basic leftist theory. So never fucking be brought in by that. Were your beliefs given to you by your family, friends, society? Nope. So just fucking... Oh.
You'll hate me for this, but I gotta say it. You have 270 plus people watching you in one mod. In your chat, while you've said in the past you don't like how unhinged things are at, say, Hassan's chat, wouldn't it better to build an army of mods already?
I'm just not very trusting. Thank you, truly, for the $1. But yes, that is something that I need to do. I don't typically get this many viewers, but hey, if this is going to be a pattern, while you guys are here, give me some fucking money, huh? I don't have the sub goal up, but we're at 2 out of 10, guys. Come on, help me pay my rent. I love you. Okay. Do you have ties to any other partisans / freedom fighters / ethno soldiers? Luca Trainee, Anders Breivik, Dylan Roof, Anton Lunden Peterson, Darren Osborne. I don't know who half these fucking people are. I've only had brief contact with Knight Justicar Breivik. Fuck yeah, Ragswolf. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. We dab on the fascies here while reading this manifesto of a mass killer. If convicted, do you expect to stay in prison? Yes, until I'm either killed, released, or enough time passed, and the greater situation is an obvious defeat of our people. Okay. Then I'll commit suicide, happy in the knowledge that I did my best to prevent the death of my race. Imagine how sad your life has to be that you can be like, yeah, I'll kill fucking 50 people, and then I'll go to jail, and then I'll just sit in jail cross-legged, crisscross applesauce, smiling, watching the news programs, and then, like, I'll kill myself if things go shit. And like, okay, my life was worth it. At least I got to kill 50 brown people. What an unfulfilling life. I mean, you probably have a bit of overlap with Son / Destiny's and more stream want to ask their mods. They should be trustworthy. I don't trust fucking Destiny's mods for shit. But I can look into... We'll see. Okay. Why do you believe you will be released from prison? I do not just expect to be released, but I also expect an eventual Nobel Peace Prize, as was awarded to the terrorist Nelson Mandela once his own people achieved victory and took power. I expect to be freed in 27 years from my incarceration, the same number of years as Mandela for the same crime. Fascinating. Strange. I don't really know how to react to this. I mean, I guess being against apartheid is the same as shooting up a mosque? I don't know. Okay. You're a bigot, racist, xenophobe, Islamophobe, Nazi, fascist. Compliments will get you nowhere. And then he does the fucking Navy SEAL copy pasta. Again, ironic disaffectation from your own political views is not an excuse, and it does not lend any plausible deniability to the sincerity of those views. 240 pages? It's not 240 pages, is it? No, it's 74 pages, you goof. You goober. All right. Have we gotten pretty much to the gist of this? Here we go. Now, we're just at the beginning here. Addresses to various groups. I want to read what he has to say to us lefties. To conservatives, ask yourself truly, what has modern conservatism managed to conserve? What does it seek to conserve? Western culture is trivialized, pulped, and blended into a smear of meaningless nothing. Look at this, guys. Fascists fundamentally are motivated by the same alienation as us socialists, lefties, commies, anarchists. Fundamentally, they recognize that their culture is being subverted by financial interests, that the world is getting duller and grayer, that resources are being allocated unfairly. The difference is that,
Thoughts about the literature that advocates for not spreading the ideology or identity of mass killers, as it essentially gives them exactly the reaction they want. From a critical perspective, the killer seems hyper-aware of this power to the point of play.
Just because he's aware of it doesn't mean that he's right. There is nothing good for him that will be achieved by left-leaning people such as myself disseminating the roots of his ideology and discussing how it can be prevented by deplatforming right-leaning or reactionary demagogues. And this guy is delusional. He expects to be awarded a Nobel Peace Prize. He believes that in a matter of 27 years, or within his lifetime at least, that the West will collapse under a swarm of brown immigration. This person isn't coming at this from a perspective of this sane, logical, rational sort of dissection of the issue at hand. He's coming at this from a perspective of a lunatic, of somebody who believes in his cause with the ferocity of a zealot, and who believes that he will one day be vindicated for his deeds. Truly, though, to look at his manifesto and to discuss the ways in which it was motivated by the radicalization of demagogues is extremely helpful, because it teaches us how dangerous these people really are, and it teaches us how the sort of pipeline goes from milquetoast conservatism to right-wing reactionary to full ethno-nationalism. I think it's very valuable to do these sorts of things. Anyway, what I was getting at is that fundamentally these fucking reactionaries are motivated by the same alienation that us fucking lefties get behind. The difference is that we correctly attribute this to a product of capitalism, and they go fucking hog wild hating brown people for it. Because it's a lot easier to blame minorities than it is to address systemic issues. What nations do we have to concern? The race, they don't even believe in the race. They don't even have the gall to say race exists. And above all, they don't even care if it does. It's profit, and profit alone, that drives them. All is a secondary. This is what I'm saying, guys. Liberalism and capitalism is the base ideology upon which a split, a fork in the road exists. Socialism or barbarism. I am not the first to make this observation, obviously. Conservatism is To Christians, I literally don't give a shit. To Antifa, Marxists, communists. Oh, here we go. I do not want to convert you. I do not want to come to an understanding. Egalitarians and those who believe in hierarchy will never come to terms. I don't want you by my side, and I don't want to share power. I want to see you in my sights. I want your neck under my boots. See you in the streets, you anti-white scum. This is why violence against reactionaries is defensive violence. He literally says that he wants to kill us because we don't believe in hierarchies. I mean, I don't know. I feel like morally we're well within our right to declare these people a public enemy. Not just the ones who engage in mass shootings, but the ones who enable this sort of behavior. To Turks? Why does this guy have a problem with Turks? It's Hassan, I'm telling you. He watched fucking Hassan Abi on Twitch. He got radicalized. General thoughts and potential strategies. Who is truly to blame? Until the Hagia Sophia is free of the minarets, the men of Europe are men in name only. Until there are no brown people. Until there are no brown people in my nice building. All the men of Europe are just little baby bitches. Says the guy who literally broke into tears seeing brown people entering and exiting a fucking shopping mart. The rape of European woman invaders. Okay, and then he's got a whole bunch of memes going on here. Cool. I don't care. I don't know. Like, if I wanted to, I could fill up a manifesto with 740 pages of links to crimes committed by white Europeans. Kill the rapists, hang their families. Cool. Diversity is weak. Why is diversity said to be our greatest strength? Can we get some diversity solidarity in the chat down there? If you're a person of color, if you're not straight, if you're not cisgender, if you're not white, and if you're not a man, can we get some flex down there? Basically, if you're everyone but me, throw it out there, okay? Solidarity does give us strength. There we go. Flex those fucking diversity muscles. Also, holy shit, we're nearly at 300 concurrent viewers. Okay, I've got a fucking shill. Everyone get your fucking shill wallets out. Get some fucking Afrin shit's magic? Probably. I should mod White Nervosa. White Nervosa, I trust you. There you go, have the power. Ban fascists when you're in here. I love you, White. Not in a weird way, comrade. Alright. We got a bunch of people. Listen, okay, really fucking quickly. I just want to say, I love you guys. I am overwhelmed by the support that I have seen since the 3 weeks or so ago that I decided to start streaming. My demographics have raised substantially in that time, and it gives me genuine fucking hope, real fucking hope, that I might be able to eventually become a figure of cultural note, you know? And I don't mean this in some conceited, oh goodness, Long Socks, thank you very much for the 100 bits.
Less than 3.
Less than 3 to you two. Thank you for the 100 bits, though. It's still all white boys? Look, we're working on it, okay? The point that I'm getting at here is that I'm really fucking heartened by the support that I've seen in the past month or so, and it gives me hope that I might one day... Thank you very much, Athos the Cat, for the gifted sub, and Emerald Frosian. You have been hit by the sub-bullet. Welcome to the Vosh Pit, friend. Get me in the mod squad, comrade Bluebearded. I'll ban Nazis. I'll need to vet you a little more, but I do trust you. But I do trust you. Okay, listen. I am incredibly heartened by the support that I have seen, and I would like to tepidly encourage you, if you have the means to do so, to maybe throw up some donos or subs if you're interested. I stream at this point nearly every day, and every day at least 3 to 4 hours. We're doing the fucking political content. We're saving up for a new computer so I can do more gaming content, get a better webcam, get a better microphone, so my voice doesn't occasionally pop. Ultimately, what I am getting at here is the hope, the dream, one might say, even, of being politically relevant on Twitch, of being able to change people's minds, not just to speak to the audience who I know agrees with me. Bluebearded, thank you so much for the gifted sub, my friend, and Monafino, to whom has been hit with the sub bullet. Welcome to the Vosh Pit, friendo. And please enjoy your stay. The point I'm getting at laboriously is that presently my reach is limited pretty much exclusively to people who already agree with me. Holy shit, Samuel!
Angel Thump.
Angel Thump to you too, friend. Thank you very much for the $10 donation. I really fucking appreciate it. That brings us ever closer to my fucking next computer build. My permanent is 9 days. I give the rest of my money to a drug dealer. Fuck yeah, get those drugs. Johnny Tsunami, my friend, my Blue Nami, or whatever. Thank you very much for the gifted sub, my friend. I really appreciate it. And Hydra Wreck, I hope you enjoy it, my friend. The point I am getting at is that Jesus Christ, Electrostatic.
Left his best. Smash the fash.
Electrostatic, thank you very much for the $5 donation, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Where's the sub goal? Oh, I turned the sub goal and the donation goal off because someone pointed out it might seem a little bit crass to have them on screen while I'm discussing the manifesto, which we're about to go back to doing. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Hexy. Yeah, the point is donation noise. I'm going to finish this point, okay? With time and exposure, I will be able to speak not only to people who generally agree with me, but I'll be able to be platformed such to the extent that I get exposure to people who disagree with me. And those are the people that I really want to talk to. I want to get on fucking Train's podcast, and I want to be heard by the fucking gamer bros. I want to get on the Raj Royale, and I want to be heard by the fucking dipshit, numbskulled, caved-in head idiots who enjoy that kind of content. I'm sorry, I take that back, Raj. I want the fucking wooden watch. The point that I'm getting at, ultimately, is that praxis requires exposure, and exposure, in my case, requires support. So support that you... no, I don't have notifications for subs, because I discovered that it would clog my stream. But I do love you, Gofa Kiyamata. I love you personally, on a deep and intimate level. So... praxis requires exposure, and in my case, exposure requires support. So any support you decide to throw my way is not only deeply appreciated, but I would like to believe that in some way, it will eventually be put towards good social purpose. That's my dream. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay? I am working on it, and I will keep working on it, and I will work on it as long as I can afford sustaining myself on this platform. I have not seen Crowders taking the manifesto. Okay. We've had our fun. I'm done chilling. I'm going to turn these right the fuck back off. Probably put that up there. I'm going to turn those back off so we don't have them up with the manifesto, so as not to be accused of being crass. So... why is diversity said to be our greatest strength? Does anyone even ask why? It is spoken like a mantra and repeated ad infinitum. Diversity is our greatest strength. Diversity is great. I don't know if this is like a Eurocuck thing. I don't hear people say this that often. I agree it's kind of a cringy thing to say, like for a state. Helena Paul. Helena _ Paul or Pal. Helena Pal? Thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. I really appreciate it, and welcome to the Vosh Pit, comrade. My goodness. Anon, thank you very much for the donation of $2. I really appreciate it, friend. I swear to fucking... Okay, I'm very sorry. I don't hear this shit that much in America. I did hear about in Canada, they said diversity is our strength a lot. No, I agree. It's kind of cringy for an elected official to say this. Elected official, Sangan42, thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. And welcome to the Vosh Pit. I love you, personally. Come sit on my lap. I'm hard. Yeah, I think I might actually be allergic to the fash. I have to quit. I have to quit letting myself get interrupted and then saying my point was... I have fucking mustache hair on my mouth. The fucking enemy. Just fuck me the fuck up, fam. Just kill me. Okay. It is cringy for elected officials to say that because elected officials are ultimately servants of capital. So for them to pretend that their constituency, their their strength as a nation is built upon like I don't know. I find that a little bit cringy. You can say stuff like diversity is valuable, diversity services the nation, diversity brightens our lives, but stuff like diversity is our greatest strength I don't know, it does come off a little fucking weird. What gives a nation strength? And how does diversity increase that strength? In many ways. What part of diversity causes this increase in strength? No one can give an answer. I can give a couple answers. For one, an increase in immigration means an increase in population, which means an increase in your labor pool, which means an increase in economic output. All of these are metrics by which you can value the strength of a nation. For two, immigration and the diversity which it brings allows you to form stronger ties with other nations. You get a cultural through line to the nations from which these immigrants came. This can not only serve to build long-term economic and cultural bonds between two nations, it can also go a really, really long way towards building a culture. Oh my goodness, Sparhawk343, thank you very much for the 500 bits, my friendo. That is going straight to the Pepto-Bismol that I'm going to buy when I am done with this stream, so that my Taco Bell laden stomach can stop revolting against me with every movement. There are a number of ways in which diversity literally strengthens a nation. And that's not even to speak of the fact that all of America's great cultural outputs, from our movies to our music to our food to our national identity, which is largely a product of what people see from those cultural outputs, are a product of the intermingling of different cultures. Black culture, European immigration, these things have serviced us in many ways and have contributed to the American identity. So yes, diversity does strengthen a nation. It very literally does. But then he goes about to say the most diverse nations across the world are scenes of endless social, political, religious, and ethnic conflict. The United States is one of the most diverse nations on Earth, and they're about an inch away from tearing each other to pieces. I love it when fascists make stuff up like this. It's always very fun for me, because not only is America not about to tear itself to pieces, but if you were going to accuse it of tearing itself to pieces, you would look at long-standing racial divides that...
Is Musin ex Antifa?
Is Musin ex Antifa? I don't get it. We'll go with yes. Thank you very much for the $5, my friend. But this is exactly the same thing that Americans do with, oh, Europe is on fire every day. Mysteriously, it's always the nation you're not a part of that is on fire, almost as though personal experience with a nation will tell you that it is, in fact, quenched and not currently ablaze. Oh, mucus ex Antifa. Yeah. But not only is America not about to tear itself apart over diversity, but the antagonism that we see in America, which can be tied to diversity, is largely along black and white lines. And we fucking brought the blacks here. We shipped them over, stocked them like Tetris blocks in the bottom decks of slave ships, and dragged them over here in manacles and chains. We did that shit. That's not a product of modern immigration. Black people didn't immigrate to America. We dragged them here. So, not only is this wrong, but if it was right, it wouldn't be a product of that.
Red pill all the gamers, daddy. Hashtag Mayaside now.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, we've arrived at a nexus point, my friends. Okay? Oh my god! N8
Here,
Gino!
take my bits virginity.
Thank you very much for the 1,500 bits. That makes you the fucking bits king of the past week-long period. Fuck yes. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay. Please stop donating. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I love you guys. I need to shit. The Taco Bell is too powerful for me, okay? So here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna play the Fury OST. Okay, I'm gonna play the Fury OST, and we're gonna... Hold on. There we go. Namaste. I'll be back in fucking 5 minutes. I love you guys. Look, it's like you're reading. I sure am glad I had the good sense to mute my microphone, because that probably would have been audible from the other side of the house. Jesus fucking Christ. How far did I make it? I highlighted Okay, we only made it a couple pages. Cool. Oh. Did you even what?
I routinely squeeze my hog to your content. Craigasm.
Thank you, Sticky Shoes. I routinely squeeze my hog to $5 donations. So thanks. Of course it was a fucking fast poop. Blue-bearded, thank you.
Press 0 to bless Vosh on his diarrhea struggle. We shall overcome. Comrade.
I'm never eating fast food again. Jesus fucking Christ. That was like fucking popping the cork out of champagne bottle. Oh god. Fucking kill me. Wow, we didn't lose many viewers. I guess my super fucking yikesy TOS adjacent decision to have a mass murderer's manifesto scrolling to techno music or to fucking electro music worked, and we didn't lose many viewers while I shat out my guts. Alright, eat more fiber, fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. If I ever stop streaming, like just abruptly go off the fucking internet, I probably died due to a lack of vitamins. I don't eat fruits, I don't eat vegetables, I don't eat any of that shit, okay? I eat beans and rice. Alright. Let's go. Oh, he's going to talk about degeneracy? Good. I love talking about degeneracy. I'm a big fucking degenerate. Alright, decay, blah, blah, blah. What is this? Blah, blah, blah. World's getting worse. Let's see. Suicidal, nihilistic, and degenerate pop icons produced from a dead culture. Michael Jackson. Madonna. Kurt Cobain. Freddie Mercury. Alright. Eventual death due to sexual hedonism? I thought he said he didn't have a problem with gay people as long as they supported the white fucking cause. Or does he mean because he would have group orgies? What's the point of being a rock star if you're not going to have orgies? Jesus. So these young men and women see the suicidal nihilism and isolate themselves from this mainstream multicultural egalitarian individualistic insanity and look for allies. Sure, I mean you did. They decry weakness, mock fecklessness, worship strength. In this worship of strength, they radicalize and find solution. There's nothing like strong about crying because you see brown people going in and out of a grocery mart and then spending 2 years getting ready to shoot a bunch of innocents while they're praying. There's nothing strong about that. If these, you know what? This sounds fucking edgy or whatever, but if we wanted to talk about strength, I would have at least some semblance of respect for this ridiculous, like, facade of masculinity. If they kick down the fucking mosque doors, they kick them down, okay? Everyone turns down the fucking aisle to see, and there stands this douchebag, unarmed, fists up. He's fucking ready. You want to talk about strength? Take that fucking mosque's constituency on yourself. This is boring, TBH. Nothing I've not heard fascists say. The kid's an NPC. Yeah, of course. It's impossible. The fascism exists to the detriment of introspection. It's impossible to be an introspective person, to reflect on oneself, to be emotionally healthy, to understand where you take place in the grand scheme of things, and to be a fascist. Fascism exists to the detriment of introspection. So of course this is going to be a repeat of fucking hackneyed right-wing talkie points that are vomited out almost incomprehensibly with very little structure. We could ask for nothing more from these degenerates. Jesus Christ. I think I just excised a part of brain matter? Hello? Can I still do numbers? Can I still do fucking squares? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 8096, 16,192. Okay, good. Alright. Okay. Whew. Alright, we got it. Powers of 2 then, yeah. Oh, well, there we go. We found it. I forgot what it's called. Alright. Alright, okay. Radicalization is the rational response to degeneration. I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking degenerate to... And the funny thing is, like, do you really think that, like, the fucking paleo-fascists back in the 40s, the people who actually built a society on this rejection of degeneracy, do you really think those people would want to be seen in the company of this dipshit? Some little fucking no-lifer who made money off of Bitcoin and then traveled the world like some 8chan fucking Pole memer who made a joke about flossing over the corpses of his enemies? Do you really think that fucking anyone who would want to be seen like on the same aisle as this guy? Of course not. This guy is a degenerate in the highest fucking sense. Throwing the fucking Navy SEAL copy pasta, which comes from, what, the 1800s, into your fucking manifesto? Not only is that cringy as shit, but this appropriation of meme culture to serve as this mask of plausible deniability for your fascist, your terroristic actions, Hitler was a skinny fat loser dork too. Actually, yeah, I'm aware of that fact. But the fucking society he built around him would not have appreciated this dork. All right. Expecting immigrants to assimilate to a dying, decadent culture is laughable. Who would willingly leave their own strong, dominant, and rising culture to join an elderly, decaying, degenerate... No one will willingly join the... Okay. Green nationalism is the only true nationalism. Cool. I mean, I'm glad that this guy... I'm glad this guy has, like, one okay opinion, though it's probably, yeah. It's gonna be... His take on environmentalism is going to be, the brown people can't stop breeding and soon brown flesh will cover the previously green fucking rolling hills of England, or like some shit like that, population control, fucking genocide nonsense. So not like real ecological sustainability, just fascism that takes that form. Kill high-profile enemies. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. If you donate and sub, maybe I'll be a high-profile enemy the next time there's a mass shooting. Dream that crazy dream. There are well-known enemies of our nations, enemies of our race, that freely walk through our societies, heads held high, believing themselves untouchable. They will soon find out how wrong they truly are. Traitors deserve a traitor's death, no matter if it takes 3 years or 30 years. These people must pay for their disgusting attacks upon our race. TATP packages strapped to Jones. Okay, bombing, cool. Merkel, the mother of all things anti-white and anti-Germanic, is the top of the list. Cool. The fucking conservatives love to hate on her. Erdogan, the leader of one of the oldest enemies of our people, and the leader of the largest Islamic group within Europe. This warlord must bleed his last... He really fucking hates Turkey. Holy shit. His death will also drive a wedge between the Turk invaders currently... I'm fucking telling you, this fucking guy, didn't used to have a problem with the Turks, or like not much of a problem, and then he dropped in on Hassan's stream and made a chud comment, and then Hassan flexed on him, and he cried for 6 hours straight, and then he wrote this into the manifesto. Guaranteed. Not a chance that's not what happened. 100 QI per 100%. Sadiq Khan, the current mayor of London at the time of this writing, open sign of the disenfranchisement, ethnic replacement of British people in the British Isles. This Pakistani Muslim invader now sits as representative for the people of London. Londinium? Is this just like when they say Europa? It's just a racist way of... Oh, it's like the old settlement. Like the Roman settlement? Yeah, Roman Britain. Okay, cool. Man, fascies have such a fucking hard-on for, like, irrelevant old terms of referring to things. Jesus Christ. This Pakistani Muslim invader now sits as representative. I don't know, they voted in democratically. The paradox of the diverse equality. The quixotic foolishness. What a fucking edgelord. No one uses that word. No two different things can ever be truly equal, especially humans. There is no one person equal to any other, not identical twins, not countrymen, not workers within a class group, and certainly not those of differing races. His own argument contradicts itself here. If he doesn't believe in equality because all humans are different, even countrymen and identical twins and shit, then why would he care about the inequalities between people of different races? I agree, I'm not the same as a black man, because a black man would necessarily be a person who is not me, and I am different from people who are not me. But this argument contradicts itself. You're undermining the importance of interracial differences by acknowledging the existence of intra-racial differences. The dude who wrote this got picked last for kickball. Yeah, can this guy's punishment after the trial is over is he gets solitary confinement, but instead of getting like a little fucking 6x6 padded room, he gets a locker. They just cram him in a locker, and every once in a while they shove baloney through the little slats at the top, and that'll be his life until he dies. The present is a gift from those in our past. Your ancestors did not sweat, bleed, and die in the name of multicultural. I don't give a fuck what my ancestors did. My grandpa's fucking probably racist. Actually, my grandpa is a diehard Fox News conservative, and he's like 88 years old, but he ended up shacking up with this hot fucking gemilf grandma I'd like to fuck. Black lady down in Florida. Fucking props to my grandpa. I don't know. Does this mean he's not racist? I don't fucking know. But the dude's like 88 and the woman's like 55. Like that's like my mom's age, you know? Shacking the fuck up. And my grandpa, he ain't even like crazy rich. He's just in good shape for an 88-year-old. So what was I saying? Oh, my grandpa is a huge fucking Chad. He's still muscular. For his 86th birthday, he biked 86 miles. That was how he celebrated the birthday, by biking 86 miles. He's a fucking madman, I tell you. When Hurricane fucking Katrina hit and Florida got fucked over, he went out there in the streets with a chainsaw and started cutting down trees that were blocking people's driveways. He was fucking like 80. No, wait. Katrina was like 2004, right? So he would have been 73. He was fucking 73. He went on out there with that fucking chainsaw, started cutting shit down. He's a big fucking Chad. He's also a chud. Fucking conservative, Republican. I don't give a fuck why he built this society or fucking whatever. I don't care. This is the reason why the forefathers, for all their faults, did have the sense to create a living document. The Constitution can be edited. Because we build upon the successes of our forefathers, and we make it better for our progeny. Would this guy advocate for the Magna Carta to still be the presiding document of the land? Histerfan, thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. I really appreciate it. A soldier's fight. The ideal of a heroic war without loss, without failure, without some great setbacks, an idealistic endowment impossible. Even in Vienna in 1683, we Europeans still lost over 14,000 good men. That was during a triumphant victory. What? Okay, this is just the death lust that fascism, the death cult, propagates. Cool, great cool. Danger of the invader. If you were to kill 60 armed invaders, having shown the will and the intent to bring harm to your nation and people, you'd be hailed a hero, given your nation's highest civilian honors, pray before me, blah, blah. But kill 60 unarmed invaders, having shown the will and intent. I'd love to see, Source? I'd love to see him proving that the people he killed, were invaders who had shown the will and intent to bring harm to the nation and people. Well, good luck, my friend. You're going to be fucking raked over the coals in the trials. I hope he doesn't kill himself before he gets to be humiliated on a national stage. You know perfectly well with this fucking 4chan pull-riddled manifesto he wrote that he's going to do some cringy shit. He's going to plead not guilty, and then he's going to do like a little weak dab, but because he's going to be in manacles, he's going to try and do this, but he's going to end up doing this. And he's going to slam his chin into the crook of his shoulder and fall over. And then all the spaghetti is going to come out of his pockets, and he's going to start shitting himself. And then when he looks up blearily through tear-stained eyes, the bailiff trying to help him up is going to be slightly browner than he is, and he's going to start crying. Not only is that what's going to happen, I will actually kill myself on stream if that doesn't happen. In a video game. I'm joking. Yeah, and then all the girls in the fucking courtroom are going to laugh at him. Blitz to dominant. I don't care. I don't know. All true movements are populist movements. Contentious. While we may use edgy humor and memes in the vanguard stage and attract a young audience, eventually we will need to show the reality of our thoughts and our more serious intents and wishes for the future. I can boil this sentence down in 2 words. What the fuck was that noise? Did you people hear that? What was that? What makes that noise? Was that Facebook? What made that noise? One of you tell me, what makes that noise? That's Roll20? Can I open this without porn being up? Oh, okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. I thought I closed that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, my fellow D&D memers. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing, my girlfriend is starting a campaign today, and I'm playing as Young the Hung Grung. It's like a frog boy, and he's a druid, and he's gonna talk like this. And he has a huge penis that dangles down beneath his robes, and his only goal in life is to fuck the tall bitches. Okay? He's about 2.5 feet tall. That's, that's the character I made. Okay. 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 Listen. While we may use edgy humor and memes in the vanguard stage and attract a young audience, eventually we will need to show the reality of our thoughts and our more serious intents and wishes for the future. I can sum this up beautifully. PewDiePie. Stefan Molyneux. PewDiePie follows Stefan Molyneux on Twitter. It's a pretty easy parallel to draw. We're going to have to talk about PewDiePie, I think, at some point. Yeah, this is shit. I mean, mask off, right? This is the point. You appeal to a younger demographic by having your kind of like cool, edgy, like, haha, we're not those SJW snowflakes. We make the edgy jokes here. Haha, I raped them in that last game. Oh man, they got burnt up just like the Jews did. And it's like all fucking cool and fun and all, but again, irony doesn't fucking matter. If you're doing that shit, you're just doing baby's first Nazi propaganda. It doesn't matter if you think it's funny. It doesn't matter if it's a totally cool, ironic joke and you have Jewish friends. If you're doing that shit, you are unironically propagating messaging which serves the interest of Nazis. I once liked PewDiePie, what the fuck, I'm really ashamed now. Matt, fucking I did too. Yeah, of course. I loved PewDiePie playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. That shit was fun. I had fun with that. That was good, okay? I was younger, yeah. But he's grown worse since then, and I've grown older since then. That's life. Thank you very much, One Anything, for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Vosh Pit. My friend, I really appreciate you being here. Is PewDiePie actually fash? Why? We'll be getting to that soon. There is no sheltered meadow. There is nowhere left to run, turn around, face your enemy, make your stand. There is no... I don't fucking care. Emotions rule over facts. The guy who literally broke down crying and sped out of town because he saw some brown people. Get... whew, dabbed on, you fool. And choke on my cock. These people don't give a fuck about facts. You'll notice that he, that he at no point during any of this manifesto horseshit does he cite any statistics about replacement or like make any firm concrete arguments. This is half about his feelings, and half about his like him like LARPing as this great white nationalist hero. There is nothing here which in any way even tangentially relates to a factual analysis of the effects of immigration and demographic changes in Western nations. Oh shit! Oh shit! Fresh Mail Upen, thank you very much, very, very much, for gifting 5 subs to my beautiful, beautiful chat brethren. Can we get some fucking pogs in chat? You already are doing the pogs in chat. Okay, that's good. Keep it up. Thank you very fucking much. I really appreciate it. To the 5 blessed people who have been given those subs. Welcome. I am very happy to have you here, my friends. Thank you. And please enjoy spamming Voshvi God and Voshvi Mlem. Also, Hyena, I did see your message. Pog, it's the emote. You say Pog and it does it's a thing. Look, see, and it does like the mouth. See? Yeah, you get it. You want to be a sub so bad? Oh, there's only one way to get it. Beg. Talk about Lion King 3. It's coming, okay? That's going to be the end of this. Oh, shit! An anonymous gifter. How apropos. Thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Abeto. That was very fucking kind to you, my friend. And Abeto, welcome very much. To the Vosh Pit. I really appreciate this, friendos. Yeah, look at that, Abeto. You goddamn fucking kids. Okay. Let's not get too distracted now. So again, this is all fucking emotion baiting. There's nothing here that has anything to do with facts. No profit for anti-whites. Kill your local anti-white CEO. Whew. That's pretty spicy. Protect your people. Okay, so all this. Man, no wonder he got this shit to 74 pages, huh? And this. He can't even... Look, he doesn't even have consistent formatting. This is 1.5 spacing. This is 1 spacing. I wouldn't be surprised if the font size has changed more than once. Pathetic. Get this guy an editor. Europe for Europeans, I don't care. You wait for a signal whilst your people wait for you. Never wise to become a minority group. There are those in the minority are oppressed. If you become a social, political, or ethnic minority, it will always lead to your oppression. This is the myth of that the fascist propagates. And I want all of you to take this to heart, and I want you to pay attention because this is very important to me. Fascists and white nationalists and racists and what have you believe that there is this inherent antagonism between racial groups, that people of all racial groups will always act in the best interests of that racial group, and, what's more, that the best interest of a racial group is always to dominate and supplant the others. They live by this myth of wartime, that you are constantly, at all times, experiencing the effects of intergenerational conflict between people of different races. And that for these white nationalists, then, their vision of white supremacy, their vision of a white America, their vision of a white ethno-state, of a white Europe, of a white war against blacks and browns and Asians and what have you, they believe that this is not only necessary, but it is justified. And in large part, that justification stems from the fact that they believe they would have this done to them if the positions were reversed. It's very much an instance of projecting. They believe because they want there to be a race war, that everyone wants there to be a race war. That because they subscribe to the myth of racial homogeneity, everyone subscribes to the myth of racial homogeneity. This is why they use the language of wartime, the idea of a race traitor. That you can somehow be traitorous to a skin color you were born into. Nonsensical, but they believe this because they believe that by being born white, you carry with you a demographic obligation to engage in wartime against those of other races. This is their myth. Never buy into this myth. Never buy into this myth that if you become a minority, you are automatically subject to oppression. If his problem is that minorities are oppressed, fight the oppression, not the minority status. The goal here, for us, is to ensure the world remain well, not remain, because it is not presently, but to ensure we arrive at a world which is just and humane and peaceful and beautiful and culturally rich and what have you. This is what we want, and we want to get there in large part by eradicating oppression conceptually. They want to do this too, but in their mind, oppression is an innate and inimicable product of racial differences in people. Never subscribe to that myth. Fight them every time it gets brought up, because it is widely held amongst racists, and it is very destructive to discourse. The Cole Palmer, thank you very much for your subscription, my friend, and welcome to the Vosh Pit. I really appreciate the support, friendo. Minorities are never treated well. Do not become one. Again, like it's this myth, this idea. There are minority groups that are treated well. There are people who constitute a demographic minority who are nonetheless treated decently. This exists. Not all minority groups are treated shittily. They just often are, and that is largely a product of people like this. They perpetuate the system they claim as justification for their warfare. Do not allow your enemies to grow unchecked. I don't care. Don't leave the cities. Run towards the fight. No, I don't care. Support your brother nations. I don't care. I don't care. Like if it's just like Nazi white nationalist like warfare LARPing, I don't care. Like cool, have fun. Hold up. Don't want to interrupt, but I think this Vic Burger vid is important for some, especially in the outside, to understand the online radicalization pipeline. 5 minutes. I don't know if we're going to have time for this today. But we'll definitely get to this when we next stream. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut the stream at exactly noon my time. Unfortunately, I say, because I've never had this many viewers before. And also because I love you guys. But we can make it through the manifesto if nothing else. Accept death, embrace infamy. Like I said, fascism and white nationalism are a death cult. They are a suicide cult. This is weird behavior for a human being, by the way. Don't live by the myth of the machine. Do you remember the fucking Charlie Chaplin? Well, what's the fucking guy? He did the video. Do not allow yourselves to be treated as machines by machine men. Hold on, we're watching this. Unironically, a fucking phenomenally written speech, for ostensibly a comedy, a parody. Though the music adds absolutely nothing. I preferred it without the music. Really though, phenomenal speech. I have never actually seen the movie, I'm ashamed to say. I've just seen the speech, but I've seen the speech many times. Oh yeah, the music is more than a bit much. It overpowers the audio levels, and it detracts from the speech. Whatever the case is, do not give yourself to machine men with machine hearts and machine minds who regiment your lives, who portion your meals, who drill you, who condition you to hate. It is of that speech I am reminded when I read this, the death cult, the death worship of fascism. The people who have already embraced death and eschewed life because they have bought into an ideology which does not value life. It makes me very sad when I read stuff like this. Not quite as sad as I feel for the 50-odd people this fella killed, mind. But whatever accusations of impossibility may be thrown towards us leftists, nobody can deny one thing. I say, knowing perfectly well people deny this one thing, that if nothing else, socialism is a cult of life. That we value above all else life, democracy, the propagation of happiness, freedom from autonomy, freedom for the individual, freedom from the responsibility of death. Numbers aren't everything. So he's gonna do some stat shit. Cool, I don't care. The birth rates must eventually be... I don't care. There is no democratic solution. I don't care. NGOs are directly involved in the genocide of the European people. I don't care. If you lose, dipshit, history will write you as monsters, regardless of your tactics. Win first, write the narrative later. I agree with this. As someone who is also a political radical and someone who also believes in the necessity of targeted violence to achieve political goals, I do agree with this. I just believe in taking out the people who actually actively harm our society, who oppress us, who enslave us, who bring about war to our world and to the rest of the world, rather than just killing brown people because they're really scary. When anyone can be a German, a Brit, a Frenchman, then being European has truly lost all meaning. Good. The time after the baby boomers have passed isn't the time to start acting, but the time we should be finishing our victory. I don't care. From where great leaders arise. Great leaders arise from Twitch streams and the people who donate to them, okay? Do nothing, win nothing, achieve. Okay. Destabilization and accelerationism. Tactics for victory. So accelerationism only works if you believe that the revolution you're gunning for is going to end up in your favor. This guy believes that he is not only going to be freed from prison, but he is going to receive a Nobel Peace Prize for his actions. I do not think this person has a... Look, for people who accuse me of being an unstable accelerationist, I think that we're at least a century away from a revolution, okay? I'm telling you, okay? I am very careful when I talk about the specifics and the timeline as to when we can expect real change to occur. But this guy thinks that in his lifetime, he's going to be busted out of prison by the fucking white nationalist gang. So I don't think that his take on accelerationism is as motivated by reason as mine is. Globalized capitalist markets are an enemy of racial autonomists. They're also an enemy of socialists. See? Look, again, it's the fork in the road, socialism or barbarism. Capitalism arrives at inevitable antagonisms which can be addressed only through a transition to, well, what comes next? So what does come next? Do you want a society where the workers can democratically own the means of production, where the brotherhood, sisterhood, and enbyhood of man stretches from sea to shining sea, where people can communicate with one another and be friends regardless of their race, their creed, their religious identity, their gender, their national origin, where people can look across the aisle and agree on reality-based issues that need solving rather than ridiculous id-poll-based divisions that accomplish nothing? Or do you want to live in a fascist state? Your minds controlled, your hearts controlled in lockstep only with people who look like you, your culture limited to that which is deemed permissible by the state? Break the back of cheap labor, yeah, blah, blah. A boil over in the melting, blah, 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 blah. No taxes to anti-white states, blah, okay. Section, in conclusion. Here, I'll read the poem, okay? Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait's the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. By Ernest Hemingway. Oh, Henley. Ernest Henley. Wait, how did it just auto-link to that? How did it do that? Wait, I just clicked on the name. Does he have hyperlinks in his manifesto? What the fuck? Oh. Look, it's an unmarked hyperlink. Look, it's black, but it... Okay. Huh, weird. Boring. Europa rises. And then we've got some fucking pictures of white people to remind them of we've got white people and soldiers and the pictures have been distorted because fascists know nothing of art. And look, a cute white girl. This is what you're fighting for. All right, cool. All right, well, I feel enlightened. I'll put this back here so it quits autoplaying. Oh, we got a fucking chud in chat, Taco404. Taco404, did you know that assembly lines aren't going to be a thing for much longer? With automation? Did you know they're already basically not a thing? Did you know we're not educating everyone with the capacity of running a multi-million-dollar company? We're just making sure everyone has a democratic say in the profits and in the general managerial direction of the company? Did you realize that even in a socialist economy, it is possible for there to be hierarchies of competence, where people who understand more and do more have a greater level of control over a given system? Hey, home at 1 o'clock. What? Home at 1 o'clock. I'll be done in 30 minutes.
If I was home at 1, then I'd be home right as the campaign starts.
You've done that before. Okay, I'm busy.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Who's going to run the company regardless of decisions being made democratically? Collectively, a board of people who have been democratically elected by the workers will run it. Taco404, I understand this is really difficult for you to understand, but we're not here to discuss socialism today, okay? We're here to discuss white nationalism and the radicalization. So I'm going to time you out for 24 hours because you're boring me, and your arguments against socialism are trite and born mostly of ignorance. You're free to join the Discord and argue with me later, but I doubt you'll pose much of a challenge. Okay. Now, we've had a lot of fun here today. And by fun here today, I mean we've discussed in great detail an extremely harrowing topic that that brings me no joy. Now, I guess now that we're done with that, I can bring these back up. I do like making money. I do like being able to live. That does make me happy, sort of. Generally. The Taco Bell shits, you mean? Yeah, you guys are funding future Taco Bell shits. Are you living at home? I mean, this is my home. I'm not living with my parents, if that's what you mean. My girlfriend just came in. She has big boobs. Huh?
Did you say something?
Yeah, I love you.
Did you?
That I love you?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. I was skeptical.
Thank you for the 100 bits.
WUVUUWU.
Thank you very much. WUVUWU. To you as well. Are you subscribed to PewDiePie? I am not subscribed to PewDiePie. But that is what I wanted to end this stream on, because PewDiePie right now is the largest radicalizing agent to young people in this country for white nationalism. There is nobody with a greater reach than PewDiePie. There is nobody with the greater capacity to affect the minds of young people than PewDiePie. It may often seem at some points trite and kind of silly to imagine that this fucking goofy ass, kind of dumb, cringy YouTuber is one of the sort of forefront agents of white nationalism. But reality is strange. Let us take a look. I believe I saw a Reddit thread about this that summarized this pretty succinctly the other day. I want to see if I can find it. It was probably in our Destiny, because I don't browse general Reddit that often. Hold on. You're live streaming your gig tonight at 9 p.m. EST. Hope you can make it, cutie. Well, we'll see if I can. I don't know how long the D&D is going to run, but if I can, I will. Good luck. Oh, my fucking God. Just fucking kill me now. Was it this? Was it this that had the points? Fuck, look, I don't have an on-hand list of points about PewDiePie specifically, but I can say, on a note related to the Confederate memorials to the prior scene, there exists no memorial to Benedict Arnold. We shouldn't honor traitors. I mean, yeah, we shouldn't honor traitors. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, fuck Benedict Arnold and fuck all the fucking Confederates that got their goddamn statues. Listen. PewDiePie has done fucking collabs with Ben Shapiro, who is an arm of the alt-right. I don't care if he's Jewish and there's some sort of fucking conflation. Oh, the alt-right hates Jews, so Ben Shapiro can't be. I don't care. They argue for the same basic things. They argue for the same basic principles. They dog whistle about social issues in the same way. I don't fucking care. This post about PewDiePie? Could have been this. There we go. Yeah, I think it may have been this. Yeah. Okay. Follows Lauren Southern. Lauren Southern, by the way, full-on alt-right white nationalist. She literally took a boat out to, like, send fucking brown migrants down to the sea. She's been blocked out of multiple fucking countries. She is a full-on ethno-state white nationalist alt-righter. And Stephen Molyneux is as well. Stephen Molyneux's Twitter is literally 100%. Like, Stephen Molyneux fucking wakes up in the morning and looks in the mirror and peers through his own eyes at the ghoulish visage staring back at him. Stefan Molyneux looks like a fucking ghoul. Can we acknowledge the fact that he looks like a fucking ghoul? Look at him. There's something very uncanny about the way this man looks. He looks like he's constantly on the verge of tears about the state of, like, whiteness in America or something. But he's, like, constantly on the verge, but he can't really feel it. There's something very wrong about how he looks. I saw a Twitter post once. It's like, I like how his Twitter profile icon does nothing to hide the fact that he looks exactly like somebody who was walking down the street and just saw the love of his life in the arms of a black man, or something like that. That is exactly what is captured in the eyes of this man right here. So he's a fucking ghoul. And also, every morning he wakes up and he stubs his toe on the fucking dresser, and then he runs over to Twitter and he says, "This wouldn't have happened if we could talk about IQ and race." Like, he's a full... Stefan Molyneux is actually fucking insane. And fucking PewDiePie follows both these people on Twitter. They're both white supremacists. They both talk about the Great Replacement, which, as you might remember, was the shit, the big fucking shit that the shooter, whose manifesto, alleged manifesto we just read, was going on about. Paul Joseph Watson, alt-right. Ben Shapiro, alt-right. Jordan Peterson, alt-right. I don't fucking care if he won't say he's alt-right. All of these, that's the thing with conservatives. They fall into line, you see. There's constant leftist sectarianism between the anarchists and the tankies and the left comms and the soak dems and the dem soaks, and they're all constantly fucking bickering, and the righties do this too privately, but when it comes time to fall into line, they do so. So Ben Shapiro, who is Jewish, will ally with people who want to see Jews eradicated. Jordan Peterson, who is a traditional Christian conservative, will ally with people who are far-right radicals. PewDiePie's favorite author is apparently Yukio Mishima. I have no idea who this person is. Apparently they're a fascist. The pen name of Kimitake Haruoka, a Japanese author, poet, nationalist, and founder of the Tate no Kai. A shield society was a private militia in Japan dedicated to traditional Japanese values and veneration of the emperor. Characterized by its luxurious vocabulary, decadent metaphors, fusion of traditional Japanese and modern Western literary sensibilities, obsessive assertions of the unity of beauty, eroticism, and death, fierce critic, Marxist ideologist. Cool. Okay, so yeah, like fucking fascist, and that's his favorite author. You have to go out of your way to have a favorite author who's a Japanese fascist and like monarchist. Like, you have to... You don't just stumble into that, okay? This isn't like you really liking Kurt Vonnegut because you read one of his books in the summer reading list in middle school, okay? You don't fucking stumble into that shit, all right? Yeah, but he's not saying he subscribes to right-wingers. He's saying this is his favorite author. Pay the dues for the Death to All Jews thing. Remember? The haha, ironic alt-right shit. It's not an excuse. You're doing the same thing. Because you can do that. You can pay some fucking poor Indian guy $5 to hold up a sign that says Death to Jews. And you and your edgy fucking fan base can all laugh and dab and fucking floss over that. And that's great and cool and all. But all of the fucking Nazis or Nazi-leaning people in your chat are gonna they're getting the dog whistle. They're going like, we're picking up what you put down. We're sniffing what you stepped in. Thanks, Pewds. Based Pewds. Sub to Pewds, everyone. Let the gamer words slip. I mean, who doesn't say the N-word now and again? Often use the vocabulary of the alt-right, words like libtard and whammon. Yeah, as far as I personally am concerned, PewDiePie is a Nazi. He is an ethno-nationalist. He is an alt-righter. He subscribes to the whole fucking list. He's also just barely intelligent enough to realize that if he revealed his power level, he would probably get systematically dogpiled by the internet. Like if he full out just said, "I am a Nazi," even he couldn't bear the repercussions of that. But his fan base is so fucking juvenile and dedicated that he can get away with letting these dog whistles slip on a fucking weekly basis, and people will eat that shit up, and the fan base is larger than any conceivable critics. This guy's big enough that he can get with fucking Ben Shapiro. PewDiePie is miles bigger than Ben Shapiro. He's one of the most influential people in Western culture. It is insane how popular he is. Nearly 100 million subscribers on YouTube? He's a fucking god. He defends the kill stream on his news show? Unsurprising. As far as I am concerned, PewDiePie is a Nazi. And I'm going to say this with full recognition of Twitch TOS, and I think that he should have done unto him what is deserved of Nazis. I look forward to the inevitable collapse of his career. As big as he has not been around for that long. 5 years, 6, 7, short in the time span of things. And Killstream is like a reactionary fucking conservative stream. Destiny went on there like a couple weeks ago. Find the YouTube VOD. It's pretty entertaining. Whatever the case is, PewDiePie is an enemy of us, and we should be very, very critical of him in the future. Do not make excuses for him. Because he's Little Gaylord. You're unhinged to call for violence? Rough Turtle 1. My friend. I would invite you to talk with me on stream right now, were it not for the fact that I'm going to be ending the stream soon, and I would like to take more than 20 minutes to shit down your throat. Listen to me, you fucking moron. Violence and politics are intrinsically interconnected. When people advocate for policies that lead to death, to genocide, to deportation, even though they are merely speaking, they are in effect committing acts of violence. And as such, if I retaliate with acts of defensive violence, or if I advocate for the retaliation using defensive violence, I am not the one initiating violence. Only someone who is so politically disaffected that they have absolutely no understanding of the impact political advocacy can have on one's life would make a statement as stupid as calling for violence makes one unhinged. What an unbelievably stupid point to make. Do not forget that YouTube, a giant entity owned by a giant corporation, is doing nothing to curb his influence. Of course, fascists will always collaborate with capital. Always, 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 always. Vosh? Haha. Lamau.